If you're enjoying the content, make sure you subscribe, like, leave a comment, and share. I seen a tidbit of you, and you was talking about how y'all had certain bottles for women, and y'all was the women wanted some pills. You didn't feel like that might have put you in a situation like you was down with that a little bit?
Nah, but you know what I look at?
Uh-huh.
I'd be like, for anybody who has a problem with me letting them know what the times was like,
Right.
and they say, don't talk about it to incriminate yourself, you'd be like, first, I'm not incriminating myself, and I do want y'all to know. So maybe sometimes we can understand why somebody's sitting there vegetable behind they going to a party. When she went to a party in 1999, she never came back the same.
Right.
Yeah.
But
Okay.
so at what point? Because I'm not old enough, but I remember hearing like Studio 54 was like this. I know about the tunnel, I know about speed, all of that. What was that
Mhm.
party like life? Because a lot of people want to get into this culture, and I see some of them really, really repeating some of the steps even worse now because the drugs are, to me, in my opinion, is more harsh because it's a variation. What was that
Mhm.
party life like when it was bad, the sex, drugs, and rock and roll? What was that really like?
Yo, let me tell you about the bad boy model.
Mm,
In order to be on the bad boy street team, you had to make the most noise, fuck the most bitches,
mm,
and have the most fun.
mm,
That was the street team model.
mm.
So when Puff used to send the street team out, they going out there to get the women. They're gonna do whatever they gotta do, and they're gonna have the most fun.
Mm,
See, it's almost like sex, drugs, and rock and roll.
mm-hmm.
So you could say sex, drugs, and hip hop, but most people don't understand what the actual term, what the meaning of industry is really about. Industry. Industry is not the music industry. Music industry is in the streets. That's why it's called industry, in the streets.
Mm-hmm.
So when you think of the power of drugs over the industry,
Mm-hmm.
and when you think of um, who who runs the music
I was
industry,
telling them before. Yeah, I told them
when you think
drugs
about
founded.
who
Yep.
owns the
Mm,
television
mm,
channels that we watch, when you think about who owns the radio stations that we listen to music on, and then you talk about the industry,
mm-hmm.
then you're talking about the liquor industry,
Mm-hmm.
then you're talking about they own Ciroc, they own DeLeon, they own Smirnoff, they own um,
Hennessy.
Hennessy,
Yeah.
right? So you're talking about the industry.
Mm.
They own Mercedes Benz. They own Chrysler. They own Universal Books. They own Random House. They own everything we watch or
Mm-hmm.
we go to. They own Walmart.
Mm-hmm.
So when you go against the industry,
Mm.
you are going against an animal.
Mm.
So in this case, if we wanted to just put some clear clarification on what's going on,
Mm-hmm.
I think Puff went against the industry.
And that's why he's where he's at right now. That's why.
That's why he's where he's at, right? He went against the industry.